Hello, and welcome to the Product Growth Lab podcast, hosted by Andrew George and Melissa Pikul. This is the podcast for creative, product-based business owners who want to grow their business without overwhelm or massive investment. Each episode, we explore actionable strategies, real-life stories, and insights from business owners and experts who know just what it takes to succeed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to scale, we're here to help you grow your business on your own terms. Subscribe and join us each week as we dive into practical advice and inspiring stories to fuel your growth journey. This is the Product Growth Lab. Let's get started. So, we're officially in the summer, and if your shop traffic is slower than Melissa trying to turn up to the podcast recording, welcome to the summer slowdown.
Today, that is very true. Okay, the summer slowdown. Let's get going here. First off, you should probably say, go for it.
No, I was going to say, I think everyone kind of has that point where it depends when you start your business. But if you start like more in the winter, like I opened my shop on Black Friday just because that was how it worked out. And you think that kind of traffic is to be expected. That was like I was started getting sales straight out the gate, really. I didn't have too much of a problem there. Different time, different Etsy. But when it came to the summer, suddenly things started to slow down. I think everyone kind of has that thought. And I think it's kind of nice to know that, okay, you're not the only person. But I think what we're going to explore today is that it doesn't have to, if you don't want it to. And like, there's some people who want their shop to slow down a little bit so they can rest, spend time with their kids, do what they want. But I think we'll kind of cover, okay, what can you do if you're slow, and what can you do if you're being intentional slow? What you can do if you want to take advantage of the slowdown and use the time to spend on something valuable. Yeah. Or what kind of things you can do to try and drum up a bit more sales.
All right, we're going to cover both of those today. Let's go for it. First thing to know is unless you sell beach gear or flip-flops or that viral hat right now that's got the solar-powered fans in the brim that blow on your face, unless you're selling something like that, your shop has probably slowed down for the summer. It's typical. People are on vacation this time of year, talking about like the May, June, July kind of period. And just about every shop slows down a little bit. Unless you're in one of those weirdo exceptions that I just said. I don't know why I'm repeating myself. Apologies. Need more coffee today. But this can be a good thing for you because, trust me, we're not going to be slow for long. It might feel like a long time right now. But unless this is your absolute bread and butter and you're not making enough to butter your bread here, then it's okay for it to be slow. Andrew, you're just going to cut like everything I say right now. I swear, that was all bad.
So we're going to flip the script on slow seasons and show you how to use this downtime to rest, realign, set for a powerful Q4, and we'll also throw in our best strategies to try and drum up some sales because there are a lot of people who are making a lot of money in the summer. And you can take advantage of that. Think of like gift shops in tourist towns. Think of Amazon, who, as the time recording, are doing a Prime Day. They're going to make billions of dollars today. People are still spending money. I don't think money spends slow down. It's just where they're spending it that changes. And you can be
exactly. People never slow down on shopping. Even like when they look at like, oh, the economy is in a recession, people are still buying things. It's just looking at what are they buying? Where are they spending their money?
Yeah. So the first thing we should talk about is that rest of the strategy. I think we'll start off on that, and then we'll kind of get into the how to take advantage of it. But you are totally fine if things have been busy, if you have been in that hustle mode from Christmas, getting everything done, trying to make the most of all these sales, constantly marketing and stuff, and you're feeling burnt out. You can slow down. Just kind of let this be a natural rest period. If you have kids or grandchildren or you just want to lie on a beach with a cocktail, that is totally fine. Being rested helps you make better decisions. It helps you come up with better ideas. I think I do it myself. It's like, okay, I'm going to take a break. And then 10 minutes of not working is like, oh, now I've had the most brilliant idea to have ever happened and I need to go and get this thing done. And so it's recovery. You can kind of have your little rest before things get crazy. You can do a bit of recovery. You can also do a bit of prep because when Q4 comes, as long as you're doing the right things now, it's going to be busy.
Yeah. So take it slow. Rest this time of year. If you need to, take some afternoons by the pool. We'll take some beach time. Like take a step back from hustling like crazy. And if you're like, but I need to do some kind of work. Because Andrew and I are both that kind of people that's like, we can't sit still for very long. Me, because I'm fidgeting. Andrew, because he's got genius ideas.
Yeah, I can't go away without bringing my laptop. I'm like, it scares me. Like, what if I have to do something? So I think the second option here is to take the time and invest it more in your products and your back end. I think is the nice place to start. That's a slightly suggestive comment. We can start with your back end. And the thing I'm most passionate about when it comes to your back end is your email flows and automation. How can you spend the time getting things into place so that when you are busy and you don't have time to write lots of emails, you don't have time to do all the other stuff, that those things can be in place to automatically happen. I'm currently refreshing my Orders and Autopilot course, which includes a lot of email flows. I need to add it to my to-do list. Saw Clavio added a whole nother type of flow we can do. And I'm like, okay, add it. We're going to expand the course a little bit. But I'm starting that and offering the chance to do it, to tell people, you can buy the course and DIY it, or I'll do it for you. You can spend the time, like, pay me, and you can go and lie on the beach. I'm willing to spend my time doing it because it's going to be easier and faster for me than it is for you. But I'm like making sure I have all that stuff in place in my own business and making sure that other people do too, so that you can go away and give yourself a break and know that these things are fine and automatically. And that when it comes to Q4, this stuff is already done. It doesn't just have to email flows, things like your socials, having all that prepared in advance. I know we have one client who is a social scheduling pro.
She is a maverick. She is a wizard. She is whatever kind of top line scheduler you can imagine. I just don't have words today. My God.
No. She sells? I'm in the summer mood. She sells planners. So it makes no sense that she's a planner and has this stuff done in advance. But if you want to be like that, take some time, plan things out in advance, and start getting those things done. I'm trying to do that more and more. I'm not quite perfect at it. Sometimes I'm like, sometimes I'm okay if I have a plan and still have to do it in the moment. At least I know what I'm doing and not start from scratch. But trying to get those things scheduled in advance and taking the time to go through any other assets you have. So like if it's whatever you're selling, your Etsy, Shopify, Amazon, whatever it is, go into your product listings. Are your photos up to date? Do your descriptions still make sense? Is all your like stock and things correct? I was looking at my Etsy and I'm like, Etsy's been slow for a while. My best selling product line isn't on there for some reason. Like it's still there. It's just showing as out of stock. I'm like, oh yeah, it might sell if like you could actually buy it. Hopefully that you're not as stupid as me there though. But checking on these things are still working. Sometimes Shopify doesn't do this unless you specifically set it up. If you have variations, so things in like different colors, if you run out of one color but the other one's in stock, it won't tell you that you have the other color out of stock. So checking all those things. Everything works, all your shippings, like just check all of those things. Like your about pages, FAQs, just like going through your site is all great. If you watched or listened to our Shopify updates episode, are you prepping for the new Shopify Horizon themes now because it's a slightly slower period? Your social bios, your link in bio, like the amount of times I go in and see people link into things that don't exist anymore or are totally irrelevant now. It's like, I was going to buy your thing. I was actually on, this wasn't a product seller. It was like course and services person. And I was going to follow my social media. The social media buttons didn't work. I was trying to look at the different options they had. I went to a 404 page and 3 of the buttons didn't work. I'm like, how are you managing to survive as a business owner? Because there's like no way to follow you or spend any money. Yeah, go ahead and check that. And like, do they know it's broken? Because people, I have broken stuff, and eventually someone tells you, but it's like 1 in a million people that actually do that. Mm-hmm. I didn't tell the person this stuff was broken. So make sure that you're checking that out. Having tools like Hotjar and stuff so you can watch. That's how I discovered a really big problem with my site about a button not working. It's because there's all these requirements of people trying to push the button and nothing happened. I was like, oh, that might be a problem. So kind of doing the unsexy admin tasks you never get time for will kind of set you up. Doing things like SEO. If you use, well, I never mentioned the podcast, so I know we talk about it with clients. CMrush have their like site audit tool that gives you a whole bunch of stuff that's broken and messed up with your site to fix. And it's like techy and boring, and there's always like a bunch of stuff. Having those times to do that. Like
Even
I
just
always
like
clean
30
up.
minutes a day over the summer working on these things is such a huge deal when you get to crazy season.
Yeah, those boring times to clean up all of those things that kind of stress you out. Like I always go in through to like all of the emails and like the saved emails that you need to just admit like email bankruptcy with and send to the bin. Like random saved links and stuff. Like if I go on my phone, there's like 100 tabs of stuff I was going to come back to. There is no longer like just cleaning all the crap up. I was going through my like CRM system and cleaning up like I had like 1,000 and something tags, and I'm like, I don't need to be tagging this much information points at people and all like old workflows and sales. But it was just like there's hundreds of things, and it was slowing me down and making it harder to find stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm going to take some time to do this. I really like times when there's nothing to do. Sometimes when I'm like stuck in a train and the Wi-Fi's not really good. It's like I can't sit and do like a relaxed task, but I can hardly get a good enough connection to be able to like delete a tag. But having all this done in the summer will make it so much easier when it comes to Q4 or even like the like end of Q3, beginning Q4. How much of this stuff can you do now? And it's also never too early to start planning Halloween or Christmas collections.
It is officially Halloween season. Okay, so if you need to prioritize planning something, it's Halloween right now. It is full blown in the stores. And if it's in the stores, they're looking for it online. I haven't had too many Halloween ads popping up in my feed yet, but they are starting. At the moment, mostly in the crochet world for these adorable little wobble things, but I don't like crocheting characters, so I'm not interested.
I was somewhere and I saw it and I was like, is that Halloween? I was like, it is. I know Christmas gets
And
over an early,
Halloween
but
is not really a big deal by you, right, Andrew?
not as big as yes. I'm like, I was out every year trick or treating. But yeah, it's never been quite as like early started, but it seems to be popping up already, which makes me think Christmas will probably be next week. But,
right? Oh my god.
Christmas prep, I don't think you can ever be too early, especially if you're kind of like smaller scale shop doing like your own little launch and stuff. It's totally fine. We can start planning. So yeah. But if you're trying to do like be in the gift guides and do like big launch and have like
that stuff is right
influencers and all that stuff, you are too late. I think a bunch of deadlines have passed. All the like major retailers have had their like Christmas launch events. So which I'm not saying for that's not the kind of people who are listening to this podcast. You're not like a major retailer. But like for us, I think it is time to be like, okay, how much is there to do? And especially, nothing ever seems to have completely gone back to normal since COVID. Ordering stuff, again, supplies still is a bit of a nightmare.
Can be.
You need to order out like the stuff. Like I always drag out the same Christmas collection every year. I think this year I have to change it because I think things have been discontinued. But the first like 9-10 months of the year, you can totally order hundreds in stock. After that, suddenly everyone wants them and there's none left. So I like need to learn my lesson. Okay, instead of ordering 10, there are 100.
Yep, that's pretty accurate right there.
Yeah, I need to clear my backlog there. I keep ordering new things and then never having time to do them. And my bath is broken. The bath is Christmas stock storage. It's full of like hundreds of hats and gloves and all sorts of crap. And it's like, okay, now it's time to clear that out. I'm probably to place the bath. And like I can't replace the bath till I sell the Christmas stock.
You're making me think like there's a prime Christmas item that I did not place the order with my supplier recently, and I'm just going to check and it's like, oh shit, they got like 20 left of the thing, which is not really enough to place the order, but maybe I should anyway. I am not going to get free shipping on that order, but I should be going into them being like, how much does it cost? Can you get me a quote and a timeline for 1,000 of these? Or at least several hundred.
I know my main supplier, if there's like 20 left but I want 100, I can put in 100 as the stock, and as soon as they'll send me 20 now, and as soon as the other 8 are available, they're mine.
Nice.
I do
have to check, like, do I have back stock from last year? I don't remember. But
yeah, don't think that. Like, I've already been thinking about it, like, what am I going to do this year? What new stuff do I want to do? How can I get things like photo shoots and stuff out of the way? Because that is what always holds me up. And I'm also, as someone who works with e-commerce businesses, thinking about, okay, what can I offer to help this year? And I have absolutely too many ideas. Like Clavio, who I work with, just released all their Black Friday stuff. I'm like, ooh, I love getting prepped for Black Friday. I need to like set some time, look at it, and be like, okay, how can I help people do this too? And
Absolutely.
I think moving into the next kind of section, the kind of planning without the pressure. We kind of already just started touching on it, but now's the time where you can still kind of have the like daydreaming and the thinking about it and the waiting for inspiration to strike before it's like, although most of my has proven that's not true. But you kind of saw
not for Halloween,
like...
and not if you want to get in holiday gift guides. If those two things are not on your goal list, yes, you can. I hesitate to say lightly dream. I would say heavily dream, strategically dream, and get it going, because we are in this zone. Like, we're recording it right now in the beginning of July. It is blink and we are back to school. It is open your eyes from the blink and we're at Halloween, and then it's just a sneeze away from Christmas. So these times are going to get so much faster. And if you have littles, if you got kiddos, I know I'm dealing with it right now, where I am the primary line of daycare. And for this month at least, he is in rec from 9 a.m. until 2:30, including all of my Zoom calls that I have in the morning. This gives me a 2-hour workday, to get this going and to get everything done. So it is a strategic level of dreaming, not a light whimsical level of dreaming, unless you're in the car. And then anything to get away from like the dumb YouTube sounds in the backseat, that might be lightly whimsical dreaming.
But it's place where you can do kind of the more intentional dreaming and planning, and you can like do your mood boards and do your Pinterest and stuff. I always plan on my collections on Pinterest. But it's not the panic like, oh no, I need to have my suppliers catalog and just like type out things in order and get crazy about it. It's like I can still kind of do it more intentionally.
Spent the last week doing that.
I've been about it before, and like we still have time. It's like you can plan your Black Friday intentionally. You can plan your collections intentionally. We're not quite in panic season yet, but we'll let you know when we are.
But we're going to get there faster than you want to get there, which is the way the year works, just period. In January, we talked about it last week, like January, it's a whole new year and you have all the time in the world to do whatever you want. And then I swear you fart and it's August. You're like, what happened? Maybe it was a brain fart and it's August.
I still have a bunch of things, like little goals and stuff at the beginning of the year. And I'm like, I still have time. It's still the beginning of the year. It's still Q1. And that's just so not true.
It's Q3.
I don't know what happened.
This is also, so we will say here, we don't have it in our notes, but I did just think of it because my brain is waking up from my 1 cup of coffee. No lion's mane this morning. That's my problem. But as you look at the seasonality, if you're not making a lot of sales and you don't want to do the big sales focus right now, you should be doing a lead gen focus. You should be building your list up. That way, when the holidays do hit hard, you have that list kind of primed, ready to buy from you, instead of trying to do lead gen and everything else. Then maybe right now you're building up your social so that you're getting these things prepared for the holiday rushes. You're getting that audience that know, like, trust out there in the world.
Yeah, I think we might do a little bit of a Christmas prep, kind of, well, Q4, all it, because we can kind of include Halloween, Thanksgiving and stuff. But like a Q4 prep series of episodes to help you get all that done.
I think we should definitely do that. We got to put that. I'm going to write that down on a sticky note that's not occupied by something else.
So I think those are the main points we want to make today. The main thing to think about is summer slowdowns don't mean you're failing. You just mean you're in this kind of season. You're in the summer season. You can rest, you can recalibrate, but you can also strategically prep for what comes next. And if you want to use this time to try and drum up some extra sales, it can still happen. I think that's another big thing to take away, is that you don't have to stop making sales. But if you want help to plan your next flash sale and just furious to make sales this summer, you can grab our flash sale Insta guide at theproductlab.com/.
And we're curious to know, what is your status on the summer months, on this weird end of Q2, beginning of Q3 period where sales are weird, schedules are weird, the whole world is weird. How are you taking advantage of it? Or if you're like, I'm checking out, I'm ignoring it. We don't judge, at least out loud. We're very curious. Let us know how you're doing it. If you're like our one client who, by the time we hit the end of July, she has everything scheduled out through December. God, she's amazing. I know she's a planner, but still, that is amazing to me. I am happy to be a week out on scheduled stuff. Or if you're more like myself and be like, that's today.
Or we have another client who does a bunch of shows in the summer, is in gift shops, is stopped in the Smithsonian stuff. These places are busy in the summer. So there's always ways around it. But that is everything for today. Thank you so much for tuning into the Practical Flat podcast. We hope you found today's episode insightful and inspiring. If you enjoyed the show, leave a review. It helps us reach more creative entrepreneurs just like you. Stay connected and keep experimenting. Follow us on your favorite podcast platform, and don't forget to join our community for more resources, tips, and support. Until next time, keep growing and creating. This is the Practical Lab signing off.